Hello, Nick.
How are
Thank you
you?
so much for joining
How
us.
are you, Mata?
I'm well, thank you. So, Nick, I know that you are a man of many firsts. You are Pennsylvania's first male esthetician. You are a brow master that has been featured not just in Philadelphia's magazine, but various industry specific publications. Your list is so long, I dare not name all of them. And you're also an educator and instructor of brows. With all of your accolades that your resume yields, what continues to inspire you to do what you do?
What keeps me inspired is just seeing the effect that I have not only on my clients but also the students. Seeing the transformation in my clients' brows, but also seeing my students watch me take my technique, create their own businesses, and seeing them soar in the aesthetics industry.
You started out doing women's brows out of the bathroom of a department store. Speak to me about that.
Prior to that, that was where the heart of my career started. I was working in the suburbs, the main line of Pennsylvania, and I got fired from my job. Not because I wasn't amazing, I was brow king and all of that stuff, but I wasn't selling products. So I was trying to figure things out. I was going to all of my clients' homes, and from going to all of my clients' homes, Philadelphia Magazine had heard about someone doing brows again, so I won Best of Philly in 2013 for best move on the brow on the move brows. That's what it was, and so it went pandemonium. My clients, I had new clients whose homes I was going to, and then that was a little overwhelming. Then they were coming to my house, that was overwhelming. And some of them didn't trust someone that they really didn't know. So at the time, I was going to the King of Prussia Mall all of the time. My partner was working at the mall, and I was picking up my partner. And so I told the clients, I said, listen, I'm going to be at the King of Prussia Mall. I can do your brows there. And so there's a family bathroom near Nordstrom. And so all of the girls knew me at MAC and at all of the makeup stores. And so what I started doing is I actually went to that bathroom and I started doing brows in the family bathroom at the King of Prussia Mall, and it just went crazy. I had a line going down the hallway, and I remember doing that, and they didn't have much service there, so I would come with my little kabuki kit case, and I had my square, and I would just charge them and so forth and so on, and so it became a really big hit until we got discovered and from mall security. Mall security saw us on the cameras, and they saw these people, and so they came knocking on the door and said, what are you guys doing? And I said, listen, I'm doing people's brows. I said, this is way before Instagram. I said to them, listen, I'm doing people's brows. My name is Nicck Townsend. I won Best of Philly. You can Google and see who I am. And she said, well, you're going to have to hurry up because we've had issues and we've seen you on camera. So the funny part is she left, I finished. I wasn't finished, but I was finishing one client. She came back knocking on the door. And she said, listen, I have a 15-minute break. I'll let you finish if you do my eyebrows. And I said, sure. So she came on in, and that is where that all started. And I continued to do that for another 2 years.
What continues to inspire you to give back, not just through the lens of education and inspiring, but through the lens of just you giving back to nonprofits, you just really being the mantra of teach one, reach one?
Right. I think it's important. I think we are a people, we learn by what we see. And I think that it's important to allow people to know your story. Knowing your story will allow people to realize that if he or she can become, so can I. And I think that because my story is so unique, I often tell my story and I try to tell people, you can do the same thing. It doesn't matter what your career goals are. I do eyebrows for a living. Eyebrows. Who would think that you could do eyebrows for a living? And I think it's important to tell young children that if you do the work, I don't believe in hard work, I believe in smart work, but if you do the work, then you can be successful. If you do the work and you have your imagination and you're resilient, you can become whatever it is that you want to be. So I think giving that back, with information is more important than giving back monetary. Now, I give my coins, praise the Lord. You know, but I think it's more important to give information, vital information that can inspire. Again, I think we become so that others too know that they can become.
Speak to me about what does entrepreneurship mean to you?
Oh, Lord. Well, I'm a fourth generation entrepreneur, fourth or fifth, one or the other. Entrepreneurship is a beautiful thing. With entrepreneurship, you have the ability to create the life that you want to live. You're able to create options. How you want to live, you know, your economical status, the ability to create jobs for other people. And I think that being an entrepreneur, I think it's very important that we are able to do that.
You spoke about employing others, which is very impactful. Can you speak to me about what does impact mean to you?
Impact to me means being able to affect someone in a good way. We're all able to affect people in a negative way, but when you are impactful, it leaves an impression not only in the recessive part of their mind, but also in the heart of hearts of a person. So I think that that's really important, to be impactful in entrepreneurship.
Nicck, thank you so much for hearing the call, answering, inspiring all of us to not just be a light, but to share that light with others. Thank you.
Thank you.